Welcome everybody to Season 11, Round 6 of Contest of Speed, AM2 season. I am your commentator for tonight, Cam Tizzle, and we are here at Mexico. Today should be a pretty good race. I think this is a relative favorite of most drivers. It definitely brings some interesting racing. It's got some tricky technical parts of the track, and a very long main straight for drivers to get some overtakes on with DRS, so have a little bit of everything. It's important to have a pretty trimmed out setup, like as much of a trimmed out setup as possible to make sure that you can still pass people on the main straight and not get past, while also being able to keep it together in the S's on the back part of the circuit. But so yeah, this should be an interesting challenge for the guys today. I expect at least a somewhat of a variety of setups and potentially strategies as well, so we'll just have to wait and see how it goes. But we've got qualifying here. I'm going to take a quick run through penalties real quick, and I'll get this out of the way while they're on their out laps. There was an incident last week between they got Texas, B. Scholes, and Chase were all added to it. After stewards review, we find Chase alongside another driver during a safety car, and this is not allowed. It's a dangerous driving reprimand, and he has two of those. There was two incidents where he was alongside drivers during safety cars, so that's one less incident I have to read off. And then E. Warren in Orlando. A report for a re-entry is found as follows. Dangerous driving reprimand plus 1 penalty point for no POV for Orlando. And with that being said, Orlando is awarded a 2 race ban penalty for point accumulation. Current total is at 13. This means you're not allowed to race for both your races in AM2 and XP2. Also, your reserve privileges are currently under hold and under review. But with that being said, we can start off with qualifying here. We've got some guys that are on a lap already. I think who's our lead driver so far? Is it Texas? No, it is B. Scholes, I believe, who is our lead driver at the moment. So I'll right on board with B. Scholes. He is looking to get a really good finish. He's had some bad string of luck in some of these past races, but he has always been a strong driver in each of our races we've had so far here. So let's see what this man can do. He's looking pretty good as far as I can tell so far. Let's see how he handles the S's. This is definitely going to be the most tricky part of the circuit. He could have kept it tighter there. Keep it nice and tight there. If you can, you really want to drive over some of these curves without invalidating as much as possible, but he looked good enough there. Looks like Texas might have had a moment because there's a Red Bull that's now between him and Schultz. Schultz keeps it nice and tidy through the stadium section. If he held it a little bit tighter on the exit of the final corner, he might have found some extra time and maybe dip into the 16s, but that was a decent time, and I'm sure he'll be fine with that. That's a good thing for that. I guess Texas might be trying to start another lap. I don't know exactly what his plan is here with the 50% ERS, but let's see. We'll follow along with DK. Nope, he invalidated. We're gonna move on. I think Deathstorm is starting a lap here. We'll see how his first sector goes, and then we'll switch over to somebody else after a moment. Red flag sector 2, I believe that is Chewy. He's the only McLaren in here, so that is not the only McLaren, but I believe that's Chewy. BBR Garvey sets a 16.854. Looking to be a good lap from Deathstorm. We'll come back to him eventually and see how he does. We got Cheesehead on the lap. Cheesehead's looking to climb up through the ranks and take down Wingit in the Drivers' Championship, as Wingit is pulled away even more after last week's race. If I'm not mistaken, I might have to go back and look at the results pretty off the top of my head. I'll end up going through standings here at the end of qualifying to keep everybody updated here. As Cheesehead goes P5 at the 17th Not a bad first lap. Chase, though, Chase jumped up between B. Scholes. I didn't catch that, but he set a pretty good time. He's about to dip into the 60s as well. Harris Plex, let's see what he's got. He's coming around the final corner here. He does not keep it nice and tight, but he goes P11. Okay, Winger almost invalidated there. He's lucky to have not invalidated. He probably won't jump up to the top with that kind of a mistake, but it's possible. It's possible he'll find himself in the top 5. Looking good through the stadium section. Oh, I guess he is decided that lap is not worth finishing. Maddie's starting a lap. I'm not too sure exactly what Tex is up to. He's letting Ferrari Cheeside going through, but Cheeside just finished a lap, so it doesn't really matter. Johnny Damon looks to be on a lap, so we'll follow with him here. I don't follow along with him too much. He's relatively new to the AM2 scene, if I am correct on that. I don't know if he started out the season in AM2, but he is here with us now, and he is a pretty solid driver. He is running... Oh, that's... Yeah, he's running no assist, but he is running racing line. That's the only assist he's running, but it's a very unfortunate ending to his lap. I would have liked to see how that would have went. Something must have happened. Oh, and Dusterman validated on his lap, so he's coming in on there. Chewy looks to be on a lap. We'll follow along with Chewy. Chewy did not have a good first lap. So I'm sure he's hoping to find himself some time here on this lap. He's looking good through here. He's looking really smooth. I think the Red Bull of E. Warren just started the lap. We'll have to come back to E. Warren eventually. E. Warren, he's had a rough few races. He had some decent finishes in the past ones, but I know he's looking to get some podiums and maybe find himself in the top 3 in the Drivers' Championship. As Chewy goes to P2 with a .074, just barely jumping ahead of Chase. Heck of a lap from Chewy. There's a 1-2 McLaren lockout at the moment at the front of the grid. Scholl's about to start a lap. We'll go back to E. Warren. Let's see what E. Warren's up to at the moment. Let's see what those gaps are. There's a little bit too much over that curb. I don't think they'll be able to save up enough ERS to get a worthy lap. So I expect him to probably go into the pits here. We'll switch off him. We'll go check out Matty, our European reserve, who has invalidated a lap, and I guess he's gonna try another one. DK's on a lap here. I think he's going into the pits. Guess something must have happened. He's not satisfied with that lap. B. Scholl's up 2/100ths of a second right now. It's now guys, if you're watching this, you can definitely ride that curb a bit more before you enter the S's. I wonder how many of these guys are going to be trying to ride that curb a bit more. Almost BBR Garvey is a 16.6. That's a heck of a lap right there. Let's see if anybody can match it. It looks like he's the only one who's dipped into the 16 so far. I expect at least a couple more drivers, maybe not all, obviously not all these drivers, but I definitely expect maybe 2 or 3. Yep, as B. Scholes get to 16.8, he's gonna have to find a little bit more time if he hopes to get on pole. Although having pole isn't necessarily the best, as you might be able to just get a tow being the second place driver, but we'll just have to kind of we'll have to see how it goes. We'll go on to Texas here. Texas is down at 1.5 at the moment. Well, maybe 0.15 at the moment. We'll see what he's at this next sector split. Ooh, and an invalidation for Texas. Definitely trying to milk as much time as possible out of there. It's good to see he's trying to be aggressive, but it did not work out for him this time around, as Tin Man is up on his time by 7/10 already. Given his time was not that good, so it's kind of expected, but still good work for Tin Man. Tin Man was our AM3 champ last season. He's a really solid driver. I think he's definitely worthy of being up there in the top of the midfield, but he has not had a good string of luck this season. It could have been a lot more tighter through the S's, but I think this will still be a decent enough lap to at least maybe gain him a slot or two. We'll have to see, but Tin Man though, there's a lot riding on him in the sense that people have been hyping him up, which I've been hyping him up too. And he does not gain another position, but he does improve on his time, so that's good to see. Warren's about to start a lap here. I'll right on board with him for his first sector and see how that goes. Actually, no, I'm going to jump over to Maddie, since Maddie's near the bottom. I know Maddie has some more pace. At least we'll check out the sector splits of these guys as they come through. Maddie's down. Okay, that's not too good. Warren is up on his time, so I guess I'll ride with Warren for a second. I don't know what happened to Maddie and why Maddie's down 9/10. But sorry, it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna switch to DK for a second. I'll try to catch him as he's going through his sector split. Looks to be really good from DK. He's extending as much as possible as he can through here. Oh yeah, he has not set a lap, so I can't see his split. And I missed Warren's split. I guess he is invalidated. Go back to DK, our military vets. DK is a trooper. Keeps it nice and tight here, right? That's what I was looking to see out of some of these guys. And as DK propels himself up to P8, pretty good grid slap for DK. Anybody else? Sector flag, red flag, sector 2. That's someone just going slow. That's nothing. It doesn't look like anyone's improving on their laps, or what I can see at the moment. Oh, Evar Garvey. I guess he's starting a lap. He's starting a lap. Can't see how much time is left. Texas might be able to get another lap in before things are wrapped up for this session. That definitely did not help Cheesehead's time where Texas placed his car, because you really want to ride that curb as much as possible, and Texas kind of denied him from doing so. I guess it doesn't matter, because Cheesehead's going in the pits anyways. Dustin starting a lap. Who is this behind him? Is it Johnny Damon? Yep, Johnny Damon's right behind Deathstorm. Garvey's coming to the end of the lap. Ooh, that's an invalidation for him. But check out Wing, our championship leader at the moment. He has not set a lap yet, so that is not spilling good signs for Wing It, but let's see what he's got right here. Will he propel himself up to the top? It's looking like he will. It's maybe not the very top, but he's going to be up there. With P8, it's a decent enough slot for Wing. I'm sure he'll be satisfied enough with that, considering he hasn't set a time yet. But Johnny Damon, though, he is catching up to Deathstorm. I don't think he'll catch up to him during this lap, but I think he's gained some time. Deathstorm's up on his time. Hoping to see Deathstorm maybe propel himself up to the top 10, but we'll have to just wait and see what Deathstorm can do in the rest of this year. He's looking alright through here. Could have been a bit more tight through there. And it's an invalidation for him. That is absolutely tragic for Deathstorm. That might just be the end of his qualifying session. As Johnny Damon sends himself up to P4. Heck of a lap from Johnny Damon. We got a bunch of guys right here. We got between Texas and P3, and Chase in P6. That's all within a tenth. And even with the even with Cheesehead, I guess into the mix too. That's basically a tenth right there. So P3 to P7, guys are looking really close on times. B Scholes is up a tenth. He is looking to throw this on pole. Let's see what he's got through this next sector split. I'm hopeful that he'll be able to propel himself up there, because I definitely want to see him. Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. What can he do through the stadium section? Will he be able to milk just a little bit more time? I think he might have it, but it's gonna be really close. He's gonna have to hold it nice and tight through here. He holds it tight enough. He does. He does it. A 16.604 for B Scholes. Texas was able to start a lap in time. I don't know how much time is left. A minute 55. Okay, I guess there's a little bit of time for these guys. Is Dream on a lap? I haven't covered Dream too much, but Dream is looking to start a lap, so I'll check and see what his sector split is. I've been sleeping on Dream, I think, for most of these broadcasts, so I'll give him some limelight right here, because he's a solid driver. Always love racing with Dream. He's up a little bit, not as much as he's probably looking for, so we'll flip back to Texas, because we'll see if Texas can match our top two runners at the moment. There's a red flag. It looks like to be either DK or Wing It. I'm not too sure exactly. I'll check in a second. Texas is up 2/10 to heck. I guess that was Wing It that was around, so Wing It's not going to get another lap. Texas will keep it really tight through here. And he'll put himself on pole. Texas, oh my gosh, barely slipping through. 1,000th of a second slipping his way just in front of B Scholes. Heck of a lap for Texas. I know Texas is going to be really happy about that. Cheesehead's coming around. Okay, my Cheesehead's about to start a lap. He'll just barely be able to. And I think Wing It is done. Yeah, Wing It's done. Who's the Red Bull at the end of the lap? Warren, he's not up much, but yeah, he's going to the pits. Deathstorm's on a lap, so that's good to see one of the Red Bull boys be able to throw himself up to the top as Harris is up 3,300ths. I'll stick with him through the rest of this sector. Actually, is Tin Man about the lap? He's down on his time, though. That's not going to be spelling good for him. Harris is, yeah, he's still not up that much. Raptors, he's our reserve for tonight. He's down on some time. That's optimal. Dream is looking to, I think, he might have already finished his lap, actually, now I think about it, but he is in P10. It's an all okay-ish position. Cheesehead, he's definitely on a lap here. He's up on some time. He might dip into the 16s. If he could dip into the 16s, he might be able to jump a few guys. We'll have to wait and see what he can do here in the stadium section. Oh, then he barely invalidates his time. What was his time anyways? I kind of want to know. A 17.099. I mean, maybe if he didn't invalidate, maybe would have been a little bit better, but I'm not too sure. Either way, that's an invalidation for him. And that spells the end. Maddie is looking to be, oh, Maddie was the only one on the lap. But I think that's qualifying for you. So we're looking to be, it's looking like the starting positions for the night is going to be Texas, Tornado, followed by B Scholes, BBR Garvey, DK, Chewy, Johnny Damon, Chase, Cheesehead, Wing It, Dream, Raptors, Deathstorm, E. Warren, Harris Plex, Matty Robbo, and Tin Man running out the grid. If you give me just a quick sec, I'm going to pull up the Contest of Speed website here to check out the standings. I meant to have already done that, but qualifying session was pretty exciting to watch. I was kind of kept busy with that. Hope the website will cooperate with me. But again, I want to mention real quick that 1,000th of a second that B Scholes is off by. Like, gosh, that is a very close margin. It's tough to see right there. I'm sure for him, but I'm sure he's probably not too depressed considering he's in P2. I'm sure he'll be happy enough with that. Alrighty, as I'm pulling up the league standings right here, let me see what we got. Yep, so Wingit is still our leader with 101 points, and the next closest guy is Cheesehead, down 40 points with 61 points. So Wingit's got a pretty demanding lead so far. Wingit has finished first, 11th, and first, and versus Cheesehead's 5, 4, 7, 3, and 2. But then after Cheesehead, it is BBR Garvey with 56 points. Then Chase with 44. And after that, it is Texas with 34. Dream with 28. And that's where I'll end that there. And then looking at constructors, Alfa Romeo got a pretty strong lead. DK doing a lot of the work. Not DK, Wingit doing a lot of the work with giving Alfa Romeo 113 points, followed by Ferrari's 93, McLaren 68, Alpine 62, and AlphaTauri 61. So AlphaTauri, Alpine, and McLaren are all pretty neck and neck. And then in terms of the midfield for constructors, so that's good to see. It'll be interesting to see how that develops through the rest of the season. Just gonna wait on here for these guys to get to confirm their setups. Alright, and we are on the way with the formation map. I'm going to read off the grid one more time. We got Texas, Tornado, followed by B. Scholes, BBR Garvey, DK Nortec, Chewy, Johnny Damon, Chase, Cheesehead, Wingit, Dream, Raptors, Deathstorm, E. Warren, Harrisplex, Maddie, and Tin Man. Let's take a quick look at tire strategies as well while we got a moment for that. Ooh, our top Scholes and Johnny Damon, soft tires. That is not what I was expecting to see out of anybody, but hey, they can make it work for all I know. And then everybody else is on mediums except for BBR Garvey, Chewy, Raptors, Harrisplex, and Maddie. And if you guys will give me just a quick sec, I will be just right back. I'll let you enjoy this music for a second. Alright, excuse my absence for a second. Had to do something real quick just before the race started, so that was my moment to do it. Yeah, Texas by 1,000th of a second electric. That was nuts. As we got 5 red lights. And we are underway. Who gets a better drive? It looks to be B. Scholes gets a better drive out of there. Yep, he is on those soft tires, so I guess that is to be expected. Oh boy, what's going to happen here in the turn one? Looking a little squirrely in the back, but things are looking nice and tidy enough. Ooh, we have a Mercedes and a... Oh, and the Raptors went around. I think he might have clipped somebody, but hopefully whoever he clipped does not have side pod damage. But Raptors probably does not have a wing at the moment. Deathstorm and E Warren, they both climbed up the grid. They got a really good strong start. Chase is right on the back of BBR Garvey. Will he be able to get an overtake before the the stadium section? He had a really good run out of the final part of the S's. I think he's going to have this move done unless BBR Garvey can hang this around. They're outside, and she turns right into Chase. That definitely. I'm not a steward, so I'm not gonna, assert something, but that definitely probably wasn't the cleanest of moves around the outside. Cheesehead, he's right on the back of the Red Bull boys. Cheesehead, I forget where Cheesehead started, but it doesn't look like he has that great of a start. He's winging it. Up the P5 right. I'm going to take a quick look at position changes. So what have we got here that's notable? Yep, one Deathstorm up 4 spots, Wing up 4 spots, and then Johnny Damon. I didn't see what happened to him, but he and Raptors are down 9 and then 5 positions. Chase down 3. Everything is kind of nice. Everything's kind of sorted themselves out so far. And there's no one side by side at the moment, as far as I could tell. But I know Chase is going to be on the hunt to get back up there and claim that position that he has lost unjustly. As Cheesehead has a moment, he must have got late on the brakes or something. I know Cheesehead's running ABS, so I know he didn't lock up. Cheesehead is just struggling at the moment. But that puts Dream right on the back of him, and they got a DRS now, so... And looks like Dream has lost the advantage that he has gained. Do they got DRS right now, or are they going to have to wait a little bit longer? I think maybe they'll have to wait like another couple corners or something to get that going. BBR Garvey, hold on, let me pull up some of this stuff. BBR Garvey, 3 laps into the race, has already burned his entire battery. I saw the light flashing, that is... Chewy's also down on battery. Warren's down on... Oh my gosh, guys, what are these guys... Why is everyone having their batteries burned right away? Is Deathstorm makes a mistake? Will Deathstorm be able to keep it around the outside? I don't think he will. I think Chase is going to get that spot. Yep, that is a spot for Chase. That opens him out to go hunt down Warren and climb his way back up. Got a little bit of a DRS train near the back. But B. Schultz, he's extended his lead by about 2 seconds. He is on soft tires, so I guess that's to be expected. But how long will those last? That is a very, very good question. Because how it could go for Scholes, depending on how much of a gap there is, he could find himself in traffic potentially. I think he might be clear of people, but it is a possibility that he might have to contend with. Is getting stuck in traffic after he pits. Because he's going to have to pit before everyone else. Who is that, Maddie? Maddie's right on the back of Tin Man. Surprised to see Maddie this far down the field. Maddie is usually pretty quick. don't think his biggest strength is in qualifying, though. I think Matty's biggest strength is race pace, and he's kind of shown it right here. He is taking really good lines. I think he might be able to potentially pass Tin Man right here, as Tin Man gets it in DRS just barely. I think Tin Man just barely snagged it in the detection point. But I think Tin Man might get past this time around on this main straight. Matty keeps it nice and tight, but Matty's gonna have that DRS, and he's got the battery to contend with it too. Tin Man definitely does not have any battery. Tin Man is completely drained. A lot of guys completely drain their battery early on. It's very surprising to see for me. Dream passes Deathstorm as well. Deathstorm falls down back to P11. That could be at the front. We got that's somewhat of a battle between Wingit, BDR Garvey, and Chewy. They're all relatively close, but Wingit is the leader on the in terms of battery. The rest of these guys, the McLarens, have completely drained their batteries. Who's got a significant amount of battery? Matty's got a good amount of battery. Harris does. We got a sector 2 red flag, and that is Wingit. Wingit is around, and he's gonna have to wait for all these guys to come by, or else risk taking out half the grid with them. Yeah, that's it. Oh, that's not good for Wingit. That propels Garvey and Chewy up to P4 and P5. Warren in P6. Heck of a start for Warren. 6 laps into the race, considering his grid slot was like 12th or 11th or something like that. Not a bad start. Not a bad start for Warren. He's still got a good gap between him and Chase behind. He just needs to climb his way up and take advantage, I think, of Chewy and Garvey battling, but it's going to be kind of tough considering they have DRS on the main straight, and he will not. And he's out of battery, with all things considered. Matty by the back of Deathstorm here. Matty's not going to be able to get it right here, but maybe within like a lap or so, maybe he can make that work. But Deathstorm will also have DRS. That's another thing going against him. Let's see what Dream can do here. I know Dream's been on the back of a Cheesehead for a little bit. Oh, as Texas is the first man to get a penalty, and Cheesehead gets a penalty too, but I think they got it at the same parts of the track, roughly. But it's definitely not what either of those drivers are looking for. Harris also has either a 3 or a 5 seconds. I'm assuming a 3 seconds. I can check that here in a bit, but I'm pretty sure that's a 3. Oh, we got some people going into the pits. Who's in the pits? Cheesehead's in the pits. I don't know what happened to Cheesehead. What? Hold on. What happened to Dream? He got disqualified for blocking the pit lane? What happened? Okay. And that is bizarre to me. I don't know how he could have blocked the pit lane, and then he was... Whatever. Maybe he had a moment, spun out. Maybe his car got stuck there and couldn't like pull out because of other cars coming behind him, and then he had to wait, and the game just de-SQ'd him. But I don't know what to say about that. I was really looking forward to seeing what Dream could do tonight. Always love racing with him. The B Schultz though, he has still got a 4-second gap, and it is climbing. I think he. Sector flag, red flag, sector 2. That is Deathstorm. Deathstorm is around. As I was saying about B Schultz, I'm not too sure how long these tires are going to last. I think he's going to maybe try to do a soft hard strat. I think looks to be what he's trying to do at the moment. DK is red. Does he have DRS at the moment? The game will not show me. I'm not too sure if he did or not, but he definitely does right now, that's for sure. BDR Garvey's still on the back of Chewy, unless they swap positions. I can't remember who was in front of who. All I know is 2 McLarens there. Chase is on the back of E. Warren. Both of them are burning the what little of the battery they have left. That's definitely what you want to see, though, from what Chase rode that curve completely right before the left-hander. He didn't keep it as tight as he probably could have through the rest of this sector. Oh, and that's a 10-man around, I think, right? No, that is Texas. Texas must have lost it. Texas must have rode too much curve, or rode it in a way that will propel your car into the wall. Although I don't think he took damage, but he easily could have. He easily could have been out of this race getting out in that part of the track. But that is definitely not what Texas is looking for. And he had a really strong start, and it's a shame to see it go that way. But Chase, I think Chase might have a move on E1 into turn 1. It's looking like it. Who's gonna keep it? Who's gonna keep the spot? I think Warren's gonna keep the spot as Chase gives him plenty of space and backs off, not wanting to risk it too early on. He's right in the back of him again with the second dose of DRS. It's going to be tough for E1 to hang it around the outside here. Oh, and he does it. He does it. He hangs it around. Oh, they're wheel to wheel pushing and shoving. This is just beautiful racing right here. And E. Warren is going to be the victor this time around again. I'm going to stick here for a second because this is proved to be a good battle as Deathstorm gets past Harrisplex. Going back to P11 for Deathstorm. Chase. Will Chase have it down this straight? I don't think he will, but I'm going to stick with him instead. I expect this to continue on into the next half. This battle is definitely not over yet. Sector flag, red flag, sector 2. That is yellow flag, sector 3. That is green, if I'm not mistaken. Warren definitely got a warning there near the end of that, and B. Scholes is in the pits. He is switching onto the mediums. He's going to do 25 laps on mediums. That's going to be something. He's going to have to hope for a safety car as Chase kind of, I'm not too sure who went, I'm not too sure what exactly happened there. I don't know if Warren didn't hit the apex or if Chase just turned in on him, but Chase got a little bit loose. Tin Man, though, he's on the back of B. Scholes, and B. Scholes is fresh. Medium tires are definitely not at the temperature. Tin Man might be able to snag himself another spot. Potentially. See how much time, that's one of the 3-second penalty. Let's see how much time Chewy's able to get out of this DRS. Doesn't look like he's getting too much. About 2/10 or whatever, so I guess he's going to have to be a lot closer if he hopes to pass his teammate. But I think he might just be playing the teammate game though for the most part and just sitting behind his teammate, considering his teammate is already got himself in a really good spot in terms of the Drivers' Championship. But I mean, it's not over yet. I mean, Chewy could. Chewy really wanted to, he probably string together some really good races. I don't know if they're in the chat or not, but I have a feeling there's probably a small element of team orders going on at the McLaren team. But B. Scholes found himself within a nice little gap. He's on these medium tires that he plans on taking to the very end, I presume. He's got about 3.7 seconds now to chase down Maddie, and then after Maddie, he's still got another good gap between him and the next drivers. If I had to guess, I assume that these guys will end up pitting and I think B. Scholes will end up finding himself in front of these guys as Maddie has a moment in the stadium section. Well, as I was saying, B. Scholes, I think he might end up taking back the lead again. It'll just be a question to see how well his mediums hold up at the very end of the race, because the rest of these guys will be on a lot newer tires. How many laps newer? Not too sure. But the hard tires will definitely come into play at the very end of the race for the guys that started on the mediums. And then VBR, Garvey, and Chewy, they're going to be on even newer tires once they get their mediums on, switching out from the hards. But Chase has made his way back up to Warren, so I guess Chase does have the pace over E. Warren. He just has to make the move. He just has to get the move done. A little bit of a moment coming. I know he's probably not going to get the move down here. Second red flag after one. That is, I think, is Johnny Damon. I think, if I'm not mistaken. That or Raptors, I'm pretty sure is the Johnny Damon. I keep saying red flag sector one. I keep meaning to say yellow. Forgive me on that. Yellow flag sector two. That is Wing again. Wing is just not having a good day around here. Wing, you better be careful when driving in backwards, so you could get yourself DSQ'd. Chase does not have DRS. I don't know how he doesn't have DRS, considering he's got 7 points, but alright, whatever. It is what it is, I guess. He'll probably have it this time around, though. Oh, we got a safety car. That's, unless I guess I could probably miss that. No, it is a VSC. It is not a safety car, it's a VSC. So that might have been part of it. Why he did not have DRS. I'm not too sure exactly what happened, though. Some of these guys are coming into the pits here. Deathstorm is slapping on some hard tires. Harris Plex slapped on some mediums, and then Wing It, I presume he's coming in to slap on some hard tires. Yep, he's got some hard tires on. I'm not too sure if he had to get a wing change, though. I think it might have been a wing change. But in terms of championship implications, that has put the rest of these guys back into play with Wing It just a bit more. Although Cheesehead is our second place driver in terms of drivers championship, so if anyone can really take advantage of this, it would be Cheesehead. Cheesehead is going to need to do everything he can to get himself near the top and be able to take advantage of Wing It's misfortune. He hopes to even the playing field out a bit sooner. But we're back underway here as Chase is right alongside E. Warren. They're going to go ahead again here. Part 2 of this battle, and oh, they make some contact coming into turn 1. Chase is definitely being a little bit more aggressive this time around. He wants by, and he wants by now, as he does it. And he gets a second helping of DRS down the straight. Which to me is kind of unfair, if you should... I don't agree with how they got it set up, but it is what it is, how they got it set up. Will Warren be able to hold on, though? I think Chase might have the raw pace, but let's see if the DRS will help Warren, as Warren rides that curb maybe a tad bit too much, but oh, when he gets a little loose. Yeah, I think Warren might be falling off right here, but this little bit of DRS right here is going to definitely help him out and prepare him for the next straight, where he will probably be trying to attack again and get back on there, unless he pits now for some hards. I think that it could be a good strat for one of these two, between Chase and Warren, would try to go for an undercut on the other guy. Oh, Deathstorm's on the back of the Johnny Damon. They're both on relatively even lap old hards. Maddie be able to get Tim in here. Let's take a quick look at his pace real quick to see he's got Deathstorm is all probably a little bit too far back to pass the Johnny Damon on this upcoming straight. Warren's going to put in a little bit more work. But Warren still will find himself within 5/10. Chewie is still on the back of his teammate. I think they're both. I think BBR Garvey might just have the legit better pace in general, considering his qualifying slot. Oh, and Matty is all over the back of Tin Man. If Matty had a better exit, he probably would have been able to pass Tin Man here, but he's definitely not going to be able to get it done here. Well, Texas has passed Cheesehead. I know these two will not be giving an inch to each other, so we'll see if Cheesehead is able to come back. Oh, I might flip back to it, but Matty, he's a lot closer. Chewie makes a move on Garvey. I was not expecting that. I was expecting to have the same old keep going, but Matty's making the move on Tim, and he is going to dispatch him. Both of those drivers have not pit yet. But Matty's tires are probably definitely going to be coming more into play here, considering he's on hard tires at this stage in the race. And I think Matty will probably be able to clear him out, but I'll stick with Tim Man for just a brief moment, just to see how things go here. He's keeping it relatively close, but I still expect those hard tires and Matty Bravo to fire away. DK though, he is on mediums with the McLaren boys coming up pretty fast on him. If I were DK, I'd probably be trying to dive into the pits as soon as possible and get off these tires, considering they're starting to get a bit more pace. And yep, and DK has made the decision. Well, hopefully he does not get a speeding penalty, and he does not. Thank goodness for him. Allows BBR Garvey and Chewie to battle each other. Warren is. Does he have DRS? He does not. But B Scholes is coming back. He's found himself back up to P4. He's right in the back of Chase. Will this battle between B Scholes and Chase be able to allow E Warren to find his way back into the mix up front? Time will tell. And I think that is a wing it again. That is a wing it. That is around. And the S is the same spot. Wing it just cannot keep it together. Through the beginning part of the S is not the best day for him. Definitely not characteristic of him, but it is what it is. I'm sure he'll come back next time strong or whatever. He must just not be his favorite track. It is a tough circuit, that is for sure. I think B Scholes might have got a warning right there. Might have. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he might have. So that could come into play later. The B Scholes, I expect him to dispatch Chase with ease. It probably won't help Warren too much, considering he'll probably have already passed him before the corner comes up, as Chase dives into the pits. Warren's going to stick it out for another lap, so Chase is going to have the undercut. Will Warren be able to find himself up here again for another dose of DRS? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I don't know exactly where the detection points are at. Okay, I guess he is going to get it again, so that's definitely going to help him out in terms of getting taken out on the undercut by Chase. So I expect Warren to pit this lap, throw on some hards. And then B Scholes, he is going to absolutely skyrocket. Like, he's going to have just such a crazy gap on anyone else that could possibly fight him here, because everyone around him is going to have to pit. Honestly, everybody is. I think B Scholes might have just found the perfect strat for this race. The soft hard. Oh no, it's soft medium, but he gets a 3-second penalty, so that's gonna make him have to work a little bit harder to maintain his spot on the track. And if there's any kind of safety car, that might just dismantle his race. If there's a safety car now, that is definitely gonna destroy his race, I think, for the most part. He's gonna have to hope that there's not anything too major going on. I think as that is Raptors, he did not DNF. Thankfully for B Scholes, but I think And at this current state, I think B. Scholes will probably be our race winner if, as long as there's no safety cars and the guys that are starting on the hards don't catch up to him. But that's just anything can happen from here on out. Though we still got plenty of racing to go. We're just over the halfway mark here. Red flag sector 2, I think that was Wing It, but he got himself back going. DK was able to dispatch Tin Man on his brand new hard tires. Is Warren gonna pit? I think Warren might not have pit that weather lap. I think he might be trying to do a medium soft. That's just my guess, though. I don't know what the tire wear is looking like on these guys, but I suppose it's possible that Warren is looking to end the race on some soft tires. After B. Scholes' long stint, B. Scholes proved it is doable to at least go roughly 8 or 9 laps-ish. I forget what the exact amount he did was. Let me see here. So 10, he did 10 laps. He did 10 laps on those soft tires. So I guess about 6 lap time, Warren can throw on some soft tires and make those go to the end. Chewy there. He's all over the back of his teammate. Cheesehead passed. Okay, Timmy went to the pits. That's why Cheesehead passed him. But Chewy, yeah, like I was saying, all over the back of his teammate. I think there could be a potential for an overtake in this upcoming lap. I expect these guys to probably pit really soon, unless one of them or both of them are going for some soft tires. But if they're gonna have to alternate laps, as E. Warren picked up a 3. But they're going to have to alternate laps because they definitely want to avoid a double stack. Like I was saying, as BBR Garvey dives into the pits, I think he's going to throw on some mediums. Chewy, we could potentially see Chewy extend his stint out to maybe hold off BBR Garvey, maybe B. Scholes. He might be playing the teammate game in that respect, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's hard to tell exactly what kind of strat he might play on out, but if you're trying to get BBR Garvey a race win, like the best chance possible, I think you stick Chewy out there as long as possible to hold off B. Scholes. But only time will tell in terms of what their strategy is for the rest of this race. In Texas, he has not been able to find himself back up to the top after his spin. It doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like he's probably going to be able to gain too many more positions. He might be able to gain a position on Warren and Maddie when they pit. But for the most part, it looks like his pace is relatively stagnated relative to the rest of the grid. I'll take a look here to see if Chewy pits here, because this is going to be telling to see how the rest of this race will go. And he does dive in here, so he is going on mediums, as one could probably assume. He's a little bit slow into the pits, that's going to cost him a little bit of time. But B. Schultz, he's back up to the top. Warren is still staying out on these mediums. He is definitely trying to do a medium soft. There's no doubt about it in my mind at this point. But he's waiting until about lap 26 to throw on some soft tires. And Chewy has lost an immense amount of time to his teammates, so I really think that the extra lap out there, along with a slow entry into the pit lane, that's kind of hurt him. But I'm sure he'll have a decent... I mean, he might have enough pace to get back up there. He's warming up his tires. He's making sure these things are spicy. He'll get himself back up there as Cheeseheads dives into the pits. He's getting a new wing, it looks like, because that was a pretty long pit stop, if I'm correct on that. That's really good for Wing It's sake. Wing It probably is not going to care if at this point, I guess for this race, if Cheesehead in P13. I think Winget's car is lagging a little bit, so I wonder if his internet is maybe affecting him at all. It didn't seem like it was affecting him earlier. I didn't notice any kind of lag, but I think, at least right now, I think he's kind of skipping all over the place from what I can tell at least. But yeah, I think this is a wrap for B. Schultz. All he has to do is just keep it clean, don't spin, and I don't think the rest of these guys will be able to catch up for the most part. I mean, it is still possible. I mean, he is on 13-lap-old mediums versus BBR Garvey's and Chewy's new mediums. And there's and that is a safety car. That is absolutely gonna ruin things. Except the only hope, I guess, that B. Schultz has at this point, he comes into the pits, throws on some soft tires if he has another set. I don't think he will, but if he throws on another set of softs, he'll be able to be on the fastest tire for this final third. I don't know. I mean, even softs probably wouldn't even make it, so you're probably gonna have to throw on another set of mediums. That's probably what I would do if I were him. But he's gonna have to contend with Garvey and Chewy, who are on new mediums. Probably not gonna pit. This is good for Warren and Maddie, who have not pit yet. So anyone who hasn't pit yet, which is just those two, that's gonna help them immensely. DK is probably gonna come into the pits. Let's take a quick look at penalties while we're at it. Anyone on 5, that's gonna be able to get a penalty removed. That's just Raptors from the looks of it. Yeah, all these guys coming into the pits. Yep. B. Schultz, is he going to make it out in front? I think he will. He is going to make it out just in front of BBR Garvey. He's going to have brand new, fresh mediums. Three lap newer mediums, to be exact. So it's not going to be the biggest difference in the world. But it still might be enough of a difference for B. Schultz on raw pace alone to extend a gap out, especially if he plays this right, if his setup is down pat. We'll just have to wait and see on how that'll go. I haven't really been able to tell and see who has the top speed or not, just because B. Schultz has kind of just been running his own race. Warren has found himself in P6. He's gonna be looking to get on with it really quickly if he has any chance of staying within the top 10. Somewhat. Do all these guys have penalties? Hold on, who has all penalties? So I guess Chase and Tin Man, I guess, are the only ones that could benefit from Warren's penalties. But because I don't think Warren's gonna make it up past like Maddie and whatnot. But I could be wrong. But I think Warren might end up just finishing P6, P7, as long as he's able to maintain his current position. We'll just have to wait and see what Texas is going to do. Texas, I'm sure Texas is probably going to want to get by, although he does have a 6-second penalty, so that really won't be as much of a worry for Warren specifically. But the Johnny Damon, Deathstorm, those guys are probably going to be really happy with Warren coming into the pits again. What happened to... Did he damage his wing? I think he might have damaged his wing. He might have damaged it driving into the back of another driver, but he's going to lose the position to... I think just Texas. I'll probably have to get an explanation from him after the race, but I think he might have ran into the back of DK under safety car. I think I did see that, but I wasn't too sure what happened there, so I didn't really say too much about it. But now Warren, maybe he was just coming in to get another set of... Oh, I see. He came in to get... He started on mediums, came in for the hard tires, so he got his mandatory pit stop of a different tire set out of the way. And then he came back in for mediums, so that way he could run those to the end. I see. That would probably make more sense, because I don't think he did a wing change. But it worked out for them though. He did not. He only lost one spot out of it. That's probably a really good trade. Safety car will probably be going around for another lap, if I had to assume. Anyone here who's in the chat, what are your predictions for the rest of this race? Is B. Scholes gonna be able to hold on to the lead? Let me know in the chat. I really want to know what you guys are thinking, because he's gonna have to gain 3 seconds on Garvey. Does it happen or does it not? I will be right back, and I will, if anyone says anything, I will read it when I get back. Alright, I'm back, but something I was thinking about while I was AFK for a moment is, I don't know what brought out that safety car. I mean, no one else is DNF'd, so it's hard to say exactly what happened here, but I'm going to check Discord chat for a second real quick. I'm going to see if Dream said anything about what happened to him in his race. He did not. He just said, this game is trash, which it is definitely more trash than the last game, that is for sure. Let's see if I can get an answer on that. Alright, as we are about to get back underway here. Oh, someone just chatted. I didn't see what you said. Oh, wait. Can I still see it? Benjamin's definitely going for the win. Oh, yeah. I know he is, that's for sure. But it looks like he got a good start. A decent enough start, but he's going to have to just keep that climbing. He does not want Garvey getting a DRS as both of the Alpines going into turn 1 side by side. Who will have the advantage here? Tin Man with a 3. This is, oh my gosh, we're going 3 wide into turn, about turn 4, I believe it is, potentially. As Matty backs off, he does not want none of this, that's for sure. Texas and E. Warren, they're going side by side. Who's going to have the advantage around this corner? I think E. Warren will probably have the advantage around. And he looks to gain the position back. We got a yellow flag at his Raptors. It scared me for a second. I thought it was maybe one of our leaders. And Maddie is looking to make a move here. But Johnny Damon, though, he's on soft tires. Will he throw it around the outside on Tin Man? No, he's going for the switchback, but the switchback isn't there. This isn't there for Johnny this time around. Back up at the top here, Garvey and B. Scholes, he has not extended his gap to where he needs to if he's hoping for the race win. He might even fall back to P5 or P6 if he cannot get the pace on these guys. That's another 3 for Texas Tornado. That's a guaranteed drop out of the points right there, as long as things stay the way they are right now. Everything's nice and tight though. Here in the rest of the midfield is just a close race all around. Everybody is just wanting the positions bad. I know everybody is hoping to see themselves up near the top of the standings, but there can only be so many who have good races. man. This is gonna be a nail. It's gonna be a nail biter for a lot of positions here on the grid, because with only 8 laps to go, everybody is just it's just a straight melee. It's gonna be. B Shoals fastest lap, I think. Oh, and Chewy gets steals fastest lap right back. Is B Shoals getting the fastest lap and Garvey not in any bit indicative on how the rest of this race is gonna go? B Shoals has all the battery in the world. Garvey has literally none. So as long as B Shoals can take advantage of him having battery, he might be able to make this work. It's gonna be a big ask, because he hasn't really extended the gap that much yet, but he's going to need to put in some serious work if he hopes to get this race win. Because he's got a lot going against him at the moment, that's for sure, with that penalty. He's looking at P3 at best, I think, at the moment. Unless he gets on with it. Oh, and a DNF. Something happened in the back. I think Chase might have lost it, and that's going to bring out another safety car. A safety car? No, it's a VSC. Just a VSC. Odd that's the VSC when somebody just straight up crashed, but all right. This could be interesting to see how these guys maintain their deltas. BBR Garvey's going to want to stay as close to V Shoals as possible by the time they go back to green flag racing. Looking at penalties here, yeah, pretty much everybody's got 3 for the most part, except for just a handful of drivers, and then these guys at the top that don't have any. McLaren boys are doing really good on not exceeding limits today. But in terms of position changes, though, Warren is up 8 spots from his original slot. Matty up 8. Timman up 6. Johnny down 7. Texas down 5. And then Cheesehead and DK, they have maintained their original slots. Warren gets a drive through a speeding under safety car. That has absolutely destroyed his entire race. He was looking at P5, but that is just completely dismantled all hopes of a top 5 finish for E. Warren. Oh my, you just gotta feel bad for E. Warren. I know he really wants this. What it is with this, though, he's gonna have to just eat the penalty and just, I guess, just do his best, hope for something to happen, because yeah, that's just gonna take him completely out of the race. That's very unfortunate to see. I always love seeing E. Warren doing well. And BBR Garvey does have DRS, so this is not looking good for B. Shoals' chance at his first contest of speed win. I don't think BBR Garvey has won either, though, so I think both of those two right now are both just kind of fighting for their first race wins. But I'll have to check with them afterwards and see if BBR Garvey has won, because I don't think he has. I honestly don't think so. But Shoals is just on the cusp of getting him out of this range. He's going to have to get a really good run through the stadium section. Ooh, he might. It's hard to say. I think he might have just gotten the detection. Safety car. Oh no, a safety car. Large Darth spike. Is that you, Ben? Cam Ben ×2 champs. What do you mean? But with that safety car, that is I think that has pretty much just sealed the deal. Benception. Oh, so it is you, Ben. The Benception. Yes, we do have a Ben who is pretty strong here in AM2 as well. Ben Smith. Ben double champ. Well, this Ben is gonna have to definitely string together some good finishes because he's been really strong in all these races so far. But it's mostly just been bad luck, guys hitting him or whatever that has taken him out of the podium slots or whatever. But Ben B. Scholes is he has been proven himself to be a top contender in his division. He just needs to have everything go his way because Wing It has got 101 points, followed by Cheesehead with 61. So he's got a big margin to catch up on too. Because like I said, his early races have not been as good as he decided to go into the pits as interesting. I probably would have just stayed out because I think he might just lose the podium now at this point. I don't think he's going to be able to. I mean, he's going to have to hope he can gain some of these slots back. That's 4 positions he's going to have to gain back that he just pretty much just gave up. Because, I mean, Tin Man, Deathstorm, Cheesehead, and Maddie. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I don't know how exactly all that's going to go, but let's take a quick look at tires real quick. I mean, I guess it's possible, because their tires are relatively old, and B. Scholes, I mean, like I said, he's really good. He's on fresh soft, so he's going to be zooming. But he's going to have to make a lot of moves happen in these upcoming laps if he has any hopes of making it on the podiums, because I think he might have just gave it away, because Maddie is formidable. Even on a 9-lap-old medians, I think Maddie is still a capable enough driver to be able to hold on to these spots because B. Scholes, he's going to have to pass these guys, 4 guys. So I mean, that's just going to take up time. He's going to end up losing in like corners, passing people. So that probably wasn't the best strategy decision. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I could easily be wrong. Maybe B. Scholes has something up his sleeve on these softs that he's just waiting to show us, but I mean, it's definitely, at least in my eyes, a questionable strategy choice. Is there anything else notable with penalties? Anyone who's going to lose a spot? Not really. I mean, Texas, he's going to lose a podium slot more than likely. But it looks like we're going to have a 2-lap shootout here as the safety car goes around for another lap. But at this point, it's unless something major happens, VDR Garvey and Chewy are going to wrap up a McLaren 1-2. And like I was saying earlier, and during the qualifying session, they're battling with Alpine, and I think it is AlphaTauri, if I'm not mistaken, for 3rd place at the moment. So that's instantly going to propel McLaren up in constructors. They might even be somewhat ahead of actually, yeah, they might even be ahead of Ferrari by the time all this is said and done. I mean, Cheesehead is gonna get them some points, but the 25 and 23 points or whatever it is that the top drivers get, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna absolutely be huge for drivers' championship and constructors. Safety car on this lap, race controller just notified us just that. I expected it to be anyways, but nice of them to let us know. When will Garvey go? I'll probably ride on with the leaders here at the moment and then switch back to B. Scholes near the tail end of the straight. I don't think, yeah, Chewy is not going to be able to make a move, but we're going to go with a sector flag. Yellow flag, sector 3, that is Johnny Damon. So we're gonna check with B Shoals real quick. He's gonna have to make this move happen now if he is hoping to. Oh man, he's already got DK on him. Oh, and he hangs it around the outside and gets the overtake done. I think the move is done. He's burning his battery. That is a good move for him, but he's got a lot of time to climb up now after losing touch with some of these guys. Is the Tin Man's still there? Tin Man's still there, but B Shoals just keeps it in there. He's got the tire advantage, so he's got that move done. I think DK was also on soft, so I think that's another reason why DK was able to bring it really close to them. But is Maddie looking to maybe disrupt the lead? Could there be an incident that comes out of this? You would hope not, but I think Maddie might still be trying to fight for a win. Not a win, but you know, at least another position or so. I'm not too sure, but Maddie's always looking to gain positions. I know he is. Maddie's he's really good, that's for sure. B Shoals, he's on the back of Deathstorm already. He's gonna steal that position right from Deathstorm and continue his hunt along. Or is he gonna do it? Because they're both low on battery. But is he gonna lunge here in the turn one? Looks like he is. Is he going to hang it around the outside like he did this last time? I think he is again. It is. Oh, and Deathstorm gets the run. Tin Man's up in position. He gets it off winging. Where is B Shoals going to make the move? He's going to have. This is the final lap. I mean, that's it right here. He's going to have to make the move right here if he wants a top 5 finish. Oh, and Deathstorm gets a 3-second penalty. He does not have to do anything now. He can just sit back, relax, and not worry anymore. Because Deathstorm has gotten another penalty, and that is pretty much wraps it up right there. Did he get an illegal overtake for that? He kind of went off track, but it's kind of hard to say. I think he did. That's why he was kind of slow out of there. But that's going to send Deathstorm down the order as well. With all things being said. Oh, that is so tragic for Deathstorm. But we do have. I'm going to go run through our order real quick. BDR Garvey, heck of a win for him. I think that might be his first, followed by Chewy. Matty Robbo, Cheesehead, B Shoals, DK Nortec, and the list disappeared. But that was definitely an exciting race. We saw plenty of battles here. Yeah, Deathstorm, it is definitely very tragic. I was really hoping at least to see you in the top 5, top 6. I was looking to find B Shoals getting back up there after a questionable tire choice, but yeah, I mean, it definitely was a very unfortunate way to end your race. You'll get it next time. I know you'll get it one of these days, Deathstorm. You had it right there, but it is what it is. You'll come back stronger next time. I know it. But let me take a quick look at things here. Hey, fire cam comms. I said that Garvey won. I mean, I'm trying to like think of all the other. I'm trying to wrap up the race. Electric. I'm trying to sum everything up. But hey, Garvey had a heck of a performance. He and Shuey were looking really strong out there, and that has instantly put Garvey back into contention with Wingit. Because Wingit, I don't think he scored points, or if Wingit did, he only got like a couple. So definitely really good on Garvey's end. But we'll truly celebrate once we're able to speak to the man himself. B Shoals, don't worry. No worries, B Shoals. Alright, let's take a quick look at this list. Rush this list real quick. No problem, Maddie. I try my best here on comms. I'm not the most experienced comms guy, but I like to think I'm doing alright. Yeah, Chew, if you gotta go, it's understandable. You and Garvey had a heck of a race, as Electric was trashing on me for not showing the winner cross the line. I mean, I mean, we kind of knew he was crossing the line in first. I had to, at least look at some of the other stuff where things could be changing. That's the way I'm seeing it. But all right, let me get these guys in here real quick. Yeah, it's all good, Maddie. Don't worry. I'll just invite some of these people in here. Who can I invite? No, I'm sorry, Electric. I try my best. I'm just gonna invite some people I thought had some notable endings here, because I did not get to see the very final list. Shame on me for that, for not reading off the final list, but I'll at least get a couple of guys in here. I try my best here. She said, "Can you remind me where you finished real quick?" I think I missed the
Fourth.
leaderboard. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. I knew you were like in the top 5. The leaderboard kind of escaped away from me, and I was just, trying to acknowledge people who were chatting, so I kind of missed that. Shame on me for that, but is what it is. So we're gonna wait on BBR Gravy real quick and give him a quick sec. I don't think we're gonna get Chewy or Maddie in here. They both gotta go to bed. But
I'm
you know
in
what?
here.
Oh, do we have BBR Gravy in here? All right, sweet.
All right, sweet.
All right, well, dude, that was a good race from you.
Good race from you.
All I gotta say on that is it was looking like Scholes was gonna get that up until those like safety cars. Who's that going?
Yeah, he definitely had the upper hand there. I was wondering how it was going to play out with his tires being older than mine until he changed them. Then we were on even tires, but I don't know. Safety cars ruined my race several times, but this time it played into my hands, so can't really complain. And props to Chewy. Yep. He was a great teammate this race.
Yep, you and Chewy were definitely running together the whole race. You guys were running really strong. It was good to see that happen.
Yep. It was a good one.
What else do I have to say about it? I lost my train of thought. I'm just getting distracted by the echoing. I don't know why I'm only echoing when I'm talking. But yeah. Either way, heck, was that your first first race win in contest of speed?
It is. I've been close. I've been teased, but this is the first official one. Yep.
Well, congrats, man. I hope it feels good, and I hope there's more to come, because you definitely had a strong season so far. You're finishing well, and it's good to see that you finally got that one.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thanks for jumping on comms and filling the void there. And it's been a fun season so far. Looking forward to the rest.
Yes, sir. That's good mentality to have. And she said we'll go on to you, because before I just keep this interview session short, just because, like I said, I kind of lost track of the like anything out of the top 5. But she said, well, it's not that I lost track of it. I was kind of okay. Never mind. She said you had a interesting race. It didn't look like it was going to be going that well, but you turned it around surprisingly. I didn't catch the very ending of it to see how it exactly happened, but you managed to pull a P4 out to explain the race and explain how it happened.
Yeah. So, I don't even know how I got to 4th. One of the most gifted drives, that's for sure. That was really lucky. day, and I had a bad start. Got played a little too nice on the start, and then E-Warren just cut across my nose and broke my wing, and I stayed out for a couple laps, try to feel it out, maybe get a lucky safety car, and nobody wanted to crash this week in the first 7 laps, so pit, and they didn't change the front wing, so I rode around for about 15 laps, waiting for a safety car, and at lap 20 I gave up because I was like, "There's no safety car, and I'll just put the mediums, change my wing for real this time, change my wing and try to run down for maybe a tenth." Well, lap later, we got the safety car, so had my pit stop done, and after I don't even think I might have made one legitimate pass, Death Storm. That was the only legitimate pass I made, and then the rest of it was everybody pit, which I thought was pretty dumb. Like, I think you stay out right there, get your track position, and then I stayed out. Then the hot. I'm gonna enjoy this McFlurry. It was a tough race. Very tough race for me. We were looking out for a little bit. Wanted to park the car, but we engineer said keep your head down, and that's what we did.
Well, I'm glad you pulled a P4 out, Cheesehead. I know you're looking to wing it down. You definitely gained the advantage on him today, at least for this race specifically. Do you know where Wing It finished? I think he finished like 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that. I forget
I have
exactly
no
where
idea.
I know he finished down there though.
He
I
was
didn't
out
get
of
a
the
chance to look
points
at it.
at a
I thought
majority
he
of the
left the
race.
session.
I think as soon as the what's it called? Like when it shows like the drivers on the podiums, I think it would just skip straight back to the main menu. I don't think it ended up showing the leaderboards because I really wanted to look at that, but I don't know what happened, but it kind of just disappeared for me. So I didn't get a
A
chance
lot
to
of
roll through it
calamity in
again.
the back.
Yeah, it was definitely something to watch. That was for sure.
Congrats to the McLaren on a win. So
Yeah,
that's pretty
McLaren won
cool
too.
for your first win. So congratulations to you. You
Yeah,
guys
thanks,
seem
G
like
said.
you guys had
Good
the
race.
pace. Matty Robo had the pace over me. I could not get close to him at all. I was, like I said, man, I backed into a P4. I didn't have the speed of P4. I just got kind of gifted it. I just rode the wave, and that's where the wave took me.
And something I want to ask you guys before we depart for the night. We have a break next week, but when we return on the week of March 13th, whenever that week is, I think 2 weeks from now. So, how are you guys feeling about France?
Confident.
How are you feeling, Garvey? Is that gonna be a Garvey
Fran-
race?
Nah, I don't know. I don't mind France for short races, but the longer the stint, the worse I am at it, kind of thing, with that chicane after the straight.
You
Gotcha.
seem
So
fast everywhere, so
we'll see. I'll put some time in and see if I can get a hold of it.
Well, it's been a good having you guys tonight. Good finishes for you guys, and congrats on your first win, Garvey. Most importantly, being your first contest of speed win is definitely gonna be a special one, I'm sure. And
Yeah, I
with that,
appreciate it.
I
yeah,
remember my first win. It was gifted too. I'm
was
Alex Bowman of this league.
mine was kind of gifted.
I'm
too.
Alex Bowman.
She said you
my,
actually kind of.
my first name is Alex.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, with that
What?
being said, fellas, this has been Contest of Speed, season 11, round 6 here at Mexico. You guys have a good night.